Hi, this is Lou Covey, editorial director of New Tech Press, and I'm here with a report from the Wear 2.0 conference in Santa Clara, where I was yesterday, and where the big news was about the little iPhone application, actually buried in the iOS 4, that tracks your every movement and activity without you necessarily knowing about it. Now, we all do know about it. There's one particular party that is very interested in this. It's the ACLU, which has a program right now that is trying to encourage the idea of privacy within social media. And I was there and talking to Chris Connolly, who actually heads up the program itself. Here's the interview I did with him. Now, one of the things they're saying is that it's on the phone. It's on the private phone. It's not shared with anyone. So why is this an issue?
Well, there are several reasons why that's an issue. The first reason is that even though it's just on a phone, that doesn't mean it's not accessible to anyone. If anyone else has access to your phone, if a friend or a partner has access to that phone and this file is unencrypted, which it seems to be, that means that information could be accessed by someone without your knowledge or control. Second part is that at least right now it's not just on the phone, it will actually sync to other devices. So if you're syncing to your laptop, for example, that file will be copied back and forth, which makes it, again, available to other people. But more generally, it's hard to understand how what this file is for and what it's going to be used for. It's being created, we don't know the purpose, and people don't know it exists, and people can't control their own personal information if they don't know what's happening to it. If it's being recorded at all and stored in a file, then a user of an iPhone or an iPad should be able to choose whether or not to participate, whether or not they want their location to be logged. And when there's a hidden file that's storing all this information, people are losing control of that information.
So what should Apple do about this?
What should Apple do about this? First of all, they should be transparent. People shouldn't have to have their information collected without their knowledge and consent. If people did not sign up, you shouldn't have to choose between using an Apple phone and remaining in control of your personal information. So you should be able to use an iPhone and not have to worry about a file being created with all of your location, all of the history of the events you've attended and the rallies and the church services and the hospital visits or whatever you've made over the last year being in a file somewhere without you being certain about what's happening to that file and how it could be used or abused.
Okay, thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
Interestingly enough, this news was not necessarily taken with a great deal of excitement by the social media world, because they said, well, so what? Yeah, that's what the whole thing about social media is everything open. Well, the fact of the matter is, with this emphasis from the ACLU and a small but growing segment of app developers that are focusing on a different paradigm of sharing, seems to be a market developing for this particular type of concern. The new philosophy is actually an opt-in philosophy for all applications, rather than the traditional opt-out for social media. And the ACLU is actually running a competition that will be at the Black Hat Conference, I think, next month in Las Vegas, that is encouraging developers to either come up with technology that helps secure people's information on their mobile devices and social media, or talk about new ideas as to how to deal with it. And that is where the opt-in philosophy comes, where people actually decide what they're going to share and when. And one of the companies that was actually involved in this concept of opt-in was there, and I've got an interview with the CEO of that company. Okay, this is Babak Hedayati. You are the CEO of Mobileye. Okay?
That's right.
And you're here at the Wear 2.0 conference, but you're not exhibiting. What are you doing here?
We are here to launch our new product. It's called MyTyms, MyTymz, and it's a private digital journal that's got multiple layers of security in it. So people can document their life, whether it's their health issues or their exercise programs or their moments with their family or their private times. They can post video, audio, pictures, text, etc., and document all of that in the cloud, and then they can share only the stuff they want.
So you're actually in favor of the ACLU's efforts to promote privacy online?
Absolutely, yes. Really important.
Thank you. Now, it is possible to actually encrypt this data when you plug in your iPhone, your iPad, your iPod to do your basic update and syncing. You can go in and you can encrypt the iPhone backup data, which is what you want to do. You can't shut this program off right now, but that is a way you can keep people from actually getting into this. However, remember, you have to remember that password, because no one else is going to help you find it. So that's it from Where 2.0 and New Tech Press. Thanks for listening.